Hey there, I am Christie Ruffino, former broke single mom turned CEO of 2 six-figure businesses and best-selling author with 15 books. But it wasn't always like this. Not long ago, I was a hot mess. Yes, I did a lot of things right, but mostly I was throwing spaghetti on the wall to see what would stick. Fast forward past many failed attempts and a few incredible victories, I not only get to share what I've learned along the way, I get to bring together top influencers as they share their empowering stories, insider secrets, and valuable resources that can be used right now to step into your power. So, if you're an ambitious entrepreneur, or possibly one in the making, and you're looking to create a business and life that lights you up, well then you're in the right place. Well, hello, everybody, and welcome to today's episode of the Mastery Unleashed podcast. If you're here for the first time, we want you to know that this show is for you. We always bring on amazing experts like our guest today, and they have the opportunity to share their story and their wisdom so you can have a better story going forward. And if you are a long-time listener, we want to thank you for your loyalty. We have so many people that just love our show. And today, I know everybody that's here is going to be really, really excited to hear the interview that I have with Dr. Neja Zupan. So welcome, Dr. Neja.
Thank you, Christy, for this kind invitation to this podcast.
Yeah, so we're going to have so much fun. Now, I've had the honor of meeting you. Gosh, it's been quite a few months now, and you are just amazing at what you do, and your story is incredible. When I read it the first time, it kind of floored me because I know you shared a little bit about it when we were talking, but when I actually read it, I was like, "Oh my gosh, this woman, she has been through so much, and your passion for what you do now is completely fueled by your story." So, if you can you please share just briefly a little bit about your story?
Thank you. Story is very interesting. Yes, it started even before what is described in this amazing book that we are making together. But in this particular book, I start with what I learned from my mother. My mother was diagnosed with cancer. She had lung cancer and she didn't survive. And while watching her in her process, there was a ticket to Greece. She didn't fulfill her dreams. And then she had dreams of opening bakery, and she didn't do that because she didn't have like guts to do it. So she all the time suppressed herself. And while watching her through her process of passing away, and actually the last day when she passed away, I said to myself, no, this will not be my story. I just don't want to postpone things. And many business people, and not just business people, also people with dreams, they just postpone. They want to open something and they just, I don't have this and that, and I don't know what everything they don't have.
Right.
And then they come to the end of their lives and they're disappointed. And there was one study done when they asked elderly people what they are most they most regret what they did, and they all of them said, no, we don't regret what we did, but what we
didn't
not.
do.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
And watching this was a huge lesson for me. So from that time on, I just started, to really take care of myself. Of course, I was still very young when my mother passed away, so it was a bit easier, to guide my life more in congruence, in synchronicity or resonance with who I am. But then, my life was also marked by a huge challenge. I was also diagnosed aggressive form of ductal hormonal dependent cancer. I was BRCA gene positive. All my female ancestors passed away for cancer, not just my mother. And I was given only 5% chances to survive.
Wow.
And at that time, I said, no way that I go this way that did my ancestors, because I have this in my mind. If you do things all over again and again the same way, you
That's the
cannot
definition of insanity, right?
exactly, you cannot expect different results, and this is very important also for business people. So if you keep rolling the same way, no other results. Yes, I didn't know what will happen, but yes, I was in a good hands of energies. I digged really deep into myself, what caused the cancer, and liberated myself from this cause. And what at the beginning was perceived like my healing path, my healing journey, actually at the end was complete reconstruction, transformation of my energy blueprint, identity, my mission and intention, and as well my body. And from this, I started to think, because I was already before a business owner, and I just didn't want to go back to same hustling, pressuring myself, chasing clients, that most of people do. Most of business owner, they don't know how to do differently, because they were taught that way.
Yeah.
And I just used the same energetic principles that I used for my own healing also in my business, and my business started to scale internationally, and this was the huge difference. And what I actually did was starting to use multidimensional intelligence. This is very new in business world, but if we use just one layer of intelligence, like this mechanic physical layer, then it's difficult, that we can conduct or start conducting our business with grace and ease. So there are five levels. It's physical level, it's emotional level. Usually people, business owners, suppress their emotions. Yes, there are some mindset coaches, thanks God, that people started to work on their mindsets.
Yeah.
But I go beyond logic. So I help, I empower business owners, leaders, change makers with this thinking beyond logic, and then our energies, so that we really stay or embody even greater vitality and health. So many business owners, leaders, they are somehow ill or burned out or exhausted, stressed, overwhelmed. Yes, this is not a good sign that you are conducting the business in the right way. So you need to first to raise your energy, and then
Yep.
this spiritual connection with something bigger around us, so that we develop intuition. I was
Yes.
listening a few days back, one guy, he said, oh, guys, I really not very good using intuition. For woman leader, she just goes through the company and just sees and just puts all together, and she already has a solution. But for guys, they need to have spreadsheets, they need to calculate things and look on the market, what is going on the market.
Hmm.
Women just know. And therefore I started to, from all my experience, I just wanted to pull out my biggest um, um, I named it laws, dragon laws.
So let's get back to your story a little bit. I know you're sharing a
Yes,
lot of great information, but
yes,
you basically were diagnosed and you created a pathway forward for you. So you were completely healed. So tell us a little bit about how your story, like the resolution, and then we'll dive into your dragon laws.
great. Thank you. Yeah, this what I did for myself, I didn't do just for myself. Since then, many people already came and they were healed. So, as I said, I started to use multidimensional intelligence. I activated multidimensional intelligence with, of course, there is food on a physical level, but also to, on a physical level, to stimulate uh, liberating mind from your body, out of your body. This is crucial, because when we get ill, then mind is stuck in the body. So we liberate mind from the body.
Okay.
And with certain techniques like lymphatic, neurolymphatic treatments. These are not the lymphatic treatments like caressing, your skin. No, we go deep, because we tap into also nervous system, because nervous system uh, needs like this shift from one pathway of thinking to another one, and it's possible when the fluids in your body start to flow. And this
Yes.
is what I did. And of
Okay.
course, I have a special gift that I also have a good connection with my spiritual masters, or I call them spiritual bosses. And they orient myself what to do next, what is my next step, and I empower people to build the same connection with this
Mm,
amazing universe that is around us.
yeah. Well, and this is great because you've actually come up with your three pillars to energetic blueprints. And so, can you tell us a little bit about that? Because I know it's important, and you have a gift, right? You've been given this gift and you have a lot of experience helping others. But if somebody's listening right now and they want to start tapping into that for themselves, I want to kind of like bring it back a little bit, like almost dumb it down because you're sharing a lot of great information. But for the layperson that doesn't even understand a lot of what you're talking about, because it's very, um, uh, for somebody that doesn't understand this field, it's a lot of heavy stuff. And so, say somebody that's brand new that doesn't know anything about what you're talking about, how can you kind of ease them into this so they can start making their first step into this journey?
While being in this process and uh, like multiplying or putting everything what I did for my personal healing also in a business field,
Uh-huh.
there these three dragon laws come forward.
Perfect.
And yes, and these dragon laws teach us that we need to be first in peace, inner peace. So practice whatever brings you peace inside yourself. And when you are at peace, then also you can receive a guidance. This is really very important. And the second one is think beyond what you are told. Yes, because this steps again back to this insanity definition.
Yeah.
If we circle in the same wheel like a hamster, yes, we are there, just hustling. Dare, have this courage, to have balls, to step out.
Yeah.
To start thinking differently.
Like an outlier, right?
Yes.
Not what the norm is. Like, what can we do, or how can what people tell us, even if it's a doctor and we trust our doctors and we think our doctors know everything, they don't. They're still trying to figure it out, but just a completely different level than we are. But there is no one correct path for everybody. So if you're given a diagnosis that's terrible, right? Because I'm sure there's a lot of people listening right now that are facing something terrible. I love that. Like, think beyond what you're told.
Exactly. This is so important. And back to my story with the cancer. Yes, I was given only 5% chances, and the oncologist she wanted to convince me for anything on the world that I stay at home, that I really go for chemotherapy, that I accept radiation, that I accept hormonal treatment, but I didn't, because I just didn't want to repeat everything. And it was really interesting how developed our conversation. Oncologists, I didn't talk just with one because they wanted to convince me. So I had a bunch of them. They were convincing myself that I need to go the certain way.
Yeah.
And I said, no, I go this way. And with this particular that I started, she liked a special, I had like wristband, a special
like
one.
A bracelet, like a bracelet?
Bracelet, yes. And she said, is this something that you wear for beauty or for some other reasons? And I said, yes, I wear it for beauty because I like it, and because I really appreciate and honor all the knowledge from the tribes from the Amazon forest.
Okay. So what kind of a bracelet was it? Tell me just a little bit more about the bracelet.
Yeah,
because
it was
make...
shamanic. It was shamanic bracelet. Yes,
got
it
you.
was shamanic one. Yeah, because I practice a lot of these practices. I'm also a practitioner, or curandeira. They say curandeira.
Yeah.
They call me in this way. So when I went to the Brazilian forest to be with my friends over there, and I brought one bracelet for her, and when I brought it back, I wanted to put her over on her wrist, on her hand, and while doing this, I was watching her into her eyes and said, health, the real health, is only for the brave. Because I was really willing to face all the interior obstacles, my interior beliefs, limiting identities, limiting values, everything, and just smash them away. So this is again thinking beyond what you were told to think.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
this just the same I figured out is in business. I was told to do a certain way, but I said, no, this doesn't function for me. I cannot operate in this way. So I just started to do differently. I use these energetic principles.
Uh-huh.
So practicing, um, elevating my energy state, removing my inner, like deep mindset from my body, emotions that I was stuck. I started to laugh more and started to connect more with my spiritual guides.
Mhm.
And then also my business started to shift. That's
Yeah.
that's really so amazing. That is
Yeah.
really so amazing.
All right, let's make sure we get to number three because we are running out of
Yes,
time. So inner
yes,
peace, think beyond what
yes.
you're told, and then
Yeah.
finally,
The third one is challenges are invitations. So whatever is happening is not happening to you,
mm,
but is happening for
for you.
you.
I love that.
So also, this experience with cancer, when I was um when I was in process of outgrowing cancer, this I needed to really to embrace that cancer didn't come to beat me, to that something aggressive just attacked myself, and that that is coming from outside in. No, this is challenge that came to me, that I can learn something to do differently. And
Yes.
this is the final dragon law that you use, for
Yeah.
your business as well. So
Urges and
whatever you
life.
face, just find some other things, because these challenges want to just to teach you to evolve, to learn, to progress, to develop,
Yeah.
to yeah.
Okay.
These are teachings behind.
All right. Well, that was phenomenal. And I know you have a great gift that you want to share. It is your Dragon Laws Business Beyond Logic Toolkit. And there, I know I take a look at it. You have a lot of resources in there. It's not just one thing, there's a bunch of things. And so the link for that will be in the show notes below. I really want to take a moment to thank you. Do you want to share just briefly what this toolkit is, what's contained in this toolkit?
First is guided audio meditation. So this guided audio meditation helps you to calm down, to
Mm,
really, for example, you come from work and you need de-accelerate. So you calm down, relax, and prepare yourself for the other part of your life. So this calms you down and really gives you an opportunity to see the things from different, a new perspective, from more calm
phenomenal.
perspective. Then scaling business in resonance. This is 6 weeks program where I teach you how actually to recognize what mind is stored in your body and how to release mind from your body. Not mind from your mind or subconscious mind, release your mind, but no, mind is stored in body.
Mm,
Whenever something you feel in body, this means just that mind is stored in your body. And I teach you how to liberate this. And
great.
then unlocking inner mastery. This is 6 month process for leaders with a great insights how to use uh, everything what is happening in your life as a learning lesson, and how to incorporate or translate everything into your business world, and
Great.
use and start to use awaken your multidimensional intelligence.
Oh, this is awesome. So take a head over to the link in the show notes below. That's going to bring you right to our gift vault. And you'll have the opportunity to connect then with Dr. Neja's resource page, or her resource toolkit. And of course, there's one free resource that you can take absolutely free. I know she's got a couple other things on there, but the goal is for you to just be able to take that first step. And I am really thankful that you provided that for our guests today, Dr. Neja.
Thank you, Christie, for everything what you have done, also to put together this entire book with so amazing stories.
Yes.
Thank you for being a part of this great leaders in business.
Yes, we have a phenomenal collection of leaders, business leaders in the Genius Unleashed book, and you are just one of them. And so, yeah, thank you for pointing that out. And for the audience that's listening today, I want to thank you for joining us. Please head over to the Gift Vault. There's a ton of amazing resources, and be sure to check back often, because as we continue to get amazing guests on our show, we're going to keep adding more and more amazing resources to that vault. So thanks, everybody, and we will see you on the next episode of Mastery Unleashed podcast.
Thank you.
Thanks for listening to the Mastery Unleashed podcast, where we believe that everyone can have the business and life of their dreams by turning their mess into their greatest message and following their purpose to help the people who need their newfound wisdom and resources. To learn more, visit masteryunleashedpodcast.com. And don't forget to subscribe, rate, and review to this show.